Hello and welcome back to Park Winners. It is a beautiful day. However, there's a storm brewing and we only have 2 or 3 hours before the rains come. So we have a list that's this long to get things done and covered, and we only have a short amount of time. So we're gonna work together and make things happen. John likes order, he wants a list, so I had to preview with him what all we were doing. So we're moving wood, we're harvesting amaranth, and we're getting a bunch of dried flowers for our fresh floral experiences. And somehow you get the supernatural energy to do twice as much as you normally would do in one day when you have a time limit and a deadline. So are you ready to do this?
I'm ready. Like, they've been sort of threatening rain for the last couple of weeks, but it keeps being sunny and beautiful. And today's actually, you would never know there's a huge storm coming. We're expecting more than an inch of rain within a matter of a 2-hour period of time. Right now it's super beautiful, but it could not be a better day of the week because we had events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, beautiful wedding events each day, but today is Monday. There's no private events, so it's like, let the deluge come. And it's really cool here too because you can just feel the land when it rains. The land it hasn't rained since pretty much March. And so the land just absorbs it and you can just feel it, like drinking the water and just really loving it. But also here in California, we always have that in the back of our mind, the thought of potential wildfires. And so knowing that we're really gonna get saturated in the next couple of days just gives that peace of mind that we'll probably go the rest of the year in just nice safety.
Yeah, and we got so lucky because we had some large weddings and beautiful events, and it just the rain adds a whole different element to things. So we got so lucky because the forecast was to be rainy on Saturday, but now it's not till today when we're filming, and so we got lucky.
Yes.
And so we have a lot on our plate to do, and so as we go through, I'll share with you what we've got going on. And I know a lot of you can relate, even if you have time to watch this video, because when the rains come, it adds a whole new element to everyone's garden. So I hope everyone is having a fun time getting ready for this fall weather. And so, you ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. I need you to help me get ready for the rains.
Well, I'm right now looking to find out what the wind direction is going to be. It's going to be coming from the south, so that's that way, with gusts of 23 miles per hour. So we got to strap it down.
Well, actually, south is the other direction. It's going to be blowing.
It's blowing towards the north at 23 miles per hour, so we got to really strap it down.
Okay, so we have to cover the south side of the storage area.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Do it. Just like with cooking, I need to play-by-play with this kind of stuff too.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all this wood out of the open air, and we're gonna stick it under those tarps and be ready. All right, so let's go ahead and move these, and then I'll help you with those.
Like onto the pallet?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Where's my gloves? It's hard to believe we're gonna get so much rain in mid-October, but it's amazing.
Yep.
Because the Santa Rosa fires a few years ago was in mid-November, so if we get like the rain we're expecting, I bet there will be no wildfires for the rest of this year.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I like about like when the rain's coming is that it makes us get things tidied up, because this all this picked over firewood needs to get put away anyway. And I always say that if you want to get something done, throw a party. In this case,
or have an emergency. It's like racing gloves. I like it.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay.
I'm going to go over and do some other clipping and stuff, and I'll let you handle this.
All right, I'll be watching.
I'm going to put away all these tools you get a little lazy when it's dry and you don't see rain for months. Sometimes you just leave one of these tools leaning outside, but I think it'll do better if I put it away.
Oh, hey.
How's it going?
What's happening?
Well, you know how it is. Like, it's last minute. We have all this wood and stuff that we need to get out of the way before the rain comes. We only have like 3 hours before it starts to rain pretty hard. And so just trying to get most of it done. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave like the stakes and the things that actually can get rained on. And then I'm going to take all the things that would collect water and I'm just flipping them upside down so that we don't have big buckets of water and then have mosquito issues and stuff like that.
I know, my radar is so cool because we literally see the storm on its way here.
Well, my list is this long and our time frame is short, so let's keep at it.
Isn't it hard to believe it's going to rain? Like, look at this glorious sky.
I know, there isn't even a leaf moving. I hope they're wrong, but all indications with the weatherman and the my radar app, it's definitely coming. And so I'm just getting all this stuff put away. And, you know, nothing like throwing a party or having like a timeline, so you gotta get things done. Look at these beautiful boards. I'm gonna use them for styling. One of the things that I'm gonna do is just before the rain comes, I'm gonna take all of these Hopi amaranth seeds. Some people call it red dye amaranth. As you can see, look, there's lots of little seeds in here. These little black things that are coming out, those are seeds. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to spread these and some Tower of Jewels seeds along the road and let them propagate, let the winter rains do it. I've shared a lot of these seeds with people, and I say to them that if they want to play a joke on their neighborhood, to just go around, scratch the floor, hit it with some of these seeds, and then they'll have these in their neighborhood for the rest of their life, because this stuff spreads and it's really pretty. There's another variety that I'm going to spread also that's more wispy, and some people like this. There's this lady who said it was obscene and she didn't even like it and didn't want this plant. So it's very interesting, different people's thoughts on it. When this is blooming, it does have some really pretty colors, and we are collecting a bunch of it to dry, to use during our dry floral experiences. But once they've gone to seed, like this one, which I've been letting go to seed because it's like a big specimen, I'm going to use these to plant them along the road, and we're going to have them everywhere. So. I'm going to set these down. I've got this all set up where we have a Day of the Dead wreath class coming up this coming weekend, and so we've got all the different setups for the different folks, and then they're going to be able to work with a lot of the flowers that we have hanging on the ceiling, and all these like dry marigolds that we're drying, or that we dried, and also we're going to let people pick the flowers from the field that are the fresh marigolds. So every year I look forward to my Day of the Dead wreath class, and it's really fun. I started doing them about 8 or 9 years ago, and it just gets better and better. And this year we have 2 weekends back to back of doing them. So that's going to be fun. I want to show you some of this Hopi Amaranth varieties. So this is a different variety of the amaranth, and some of you may think this is more attractive, but I'm gonna take a bunch of these seeds as well, and I'm gonna spread them along the road. The other one I showed you outside has more of like a fluffy, you know, red dye amaranth, but they're both interesting. And you have to imagine them deconstructed, adding like little pops of color in someone's wreath, or if they're doing it on their dry floral arrangement. So it's going to be fun. Every year when people make the Day of the Dead wreaths, people surprise me. They make things that I have never imagined, and that's one of the beautiful things about creativity, is that everyone's channeling a different idea or different influence or color. And so I learn from everyone. And so my only unsolicited advice to people is connect with your inner flower. It will connect or hit at some point while you're working with your arrangements. And so it's going to be really fun seeing what people do with these things. And then I have fun buying like little accoutrements and like little spiders and things like that that people are going to incorporate. But I kind of got off track because we have a storm brewing, and we came in here to put some things away, and then I just got into the creativity space. I think that I need to put things on hold and just like get all the outdoor work done, and then I'll come in here because I'll have plenty of time for the next couple of days while it's raining to actually organize this place. So here we have the last of our basil bouquets. I grow this lemon basil just to let it go to seed, and then we hang it, and it smells so amazing in here. I describe the smell of this basil as Fruit Loops. Those of you that have been here, you know that this smells like Fruit Loops. There's no denying it, and it's cool because even after it's dry, it will smell like this for years, and you can make little sachets with them, etc. And while I'm lamenting that we're done with our fresh flower experiences, I'm also really excited because we've harvested a lot of flowers and dried them throughout the year that people can use in their experiences. So here we have Nigella, we have the lemon basil bouquets, lots of beautiful eucalyptus and dried roses, other amaranths, and along the other side we have some other beautiful like fall colored amaranth. And this here is larkspur. No, actually these are delphinium. And then right over here we have a bunch of purple statice and immobium. Let me show you what else we started drying. So we just harvested all these before the rain came, and so these are the last of the statice bunches, and this color will remain like that for a long time, and so will all of these marigolds. So something that you need to know, if you don't know this already, is that in order to preserve these deep, intense colors, you have to harvest these flowers at the peak of their beauty, at the peak of their color. And so if you were to harvest these once they were turning and they were going to dry, then it's too late and they won't be as vibrant. So if you want to use flowers for dry flowers, you have to hang them upside down and dry them when they're at their peak of beauty. And so a lot of these I've collected just before the rain so that we can use them in our dry floral experiences and the Day of the Dead experiences that are coming. Look at these beautiful fall colored amaranth. They have such a beautiful like wave of fall color, and they're full of seeds. So I'm going to spread some, and then they have a gorgeous little display of fall vibes. And of course, I'm obsessed with these pink guys too. Look at these. These are all in the amaranth family. Is that something? One of the things that I enjoy the most is when I'm picking these flowers, and it's like a daunting task because I have an entire flower field of flowers and I'm just picking and picking and picking. What I find that drives me is the joy of the memories and the thoughts of the people that are going to come and enjoy the flowers. And so I started thinking about that, and then it just takes me to a whole other level of energy. And see, these right here were just harvested. This is a straw flower. They're also related to the winged everlasting and to the status. So they have like a real crunchy feel to them. And they have pops of color. People will gravitate towards certain colors and things that they want to do. And we give them full freedom to channel their creativity and use these flowers in their arrangements. So this coming weekend, it's going to be really fun. So look, this is all Tower of Jewel seeds that my friends Leslie and John gave us. And they have tiny little seeds in them. I've attempted to grow this Tower of Jewels in the right spot for years. And I have to admit, I think I've missed the mark quite a bit because they'll start growing and then they'll dry up and fall over. And at my friends Leslie and John's garden, I've observed that they have like a filtered light in the morning, and then in the afternoons they have shade. So I'm going to mimic where they're growing best right now, and then I'm going to spread them. And then I'm also going to get some of the tall amaranth and spread it along the road and some other spots that I wanted on the property. And that's all I have to do. Then the rains just take care of the rest. So what I'm going to do is first get all the important things that need to get covered with tarps, etc., which I'm pretty close to being under control. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to spread all these seeds along the road and other spots of the property. And like I mentioned, these are full of they have tiny little black seeds like that, amaranth, and these will self-propagate. So while I'm spreading those other ones, I'm just going to get creative with it and imagine the spots that it'll grow in. And I'm going to spread that, and I'm going to save some. And if any of you want some of this, I'm happy to share. If you live close by, get a hold of me. Okay, one more thing to check off the list. So this is a different variety of amaranth, and it's a red dye amaranth also, or a Hopi amaranth. And this one here is wispier. And what I do is I cut my initial pieces that I think are a nice size for the dry florals. And instead of having to process them later, I just do it as I go. And so I cut and gather them. And it just takes a minute to do it, you know. And I have to say that this is the kind of thing that if you don't love gardening, you would hate my job. But those of you who love to garden and you love to be in nature and you are grounded by the sound of birds and just watching the waves of wind and rain, you would actually love it. And so those of you that are gardeners, you can relate. And I have to say also that there's many people who are too modest and you don't dare say you're a gardener. But here's my theory. Have you planted a plant? Have you put soil in a pot? Have you done things like that and styled your deck? You have to raise your hand and you have to say, I am a gardener. And once you accept that, then all this gardening creativity and empowerment comes towards you. Just like if you're an artist and you're too modest to say, I'm an artist, you have to raise your hand and say, I am an artist, I'm a creative. And once you do that, then you find that all this creativity and confidence comes to you. So please accept what you enjoy. Enjoy your creativity, accept that you're a gardener, accept that you're a creative or an artist, and you watch your creative world change. So here's a fun thing of being in nature. I just spotted this little guy, saved him from the pile of stuff. And these praying mantis, they eat all the bad bugs. And they also have a real interesting, fun demeanor to them. I do have a story years ago when I wasn't comfortable with praying mantis and I didn't really know much about them. There was one hanging off the side of our back laundry room door window facing the yard. And I was looking at it, and then the praying mantis was like nodding its head, connecting with me. And all of a sudden it just like jumped and landed on my chest, and I screamed. And it was like so aggressive. And I don't know what this little creature was doing. Was he connecting with me? Was he attacking me? Or he just felt comfortable. He wanted to jump on my shoulder. But let me just tell you, I've come full circle. I'm not afraid of them. And I'm intrigued. This little sweet guy, I can see he's just cleaning his front paws. And this is the kind of stuff that you get to experience when you're in nature. You get to see all the magic of the little creatures that sustain and are part of your garden. So I'm going to place him over here and just like let him continue upon his way so he can find a place to hide during the rains. This is a great way to get the fertilizer washed in and not have to turn on the sprinklers everywhere. So because I didn't get a chance to fertilize the grass sooner and some spots are getting yellow, we're spreading it now just before the rain comes. And actually the rain is here, but this is a good time to get it in and wash it in. Well, the rain is here and the wind is blowing. It's definitely the first big storm, and I'm here for it. I'm just walking around making sure that everything's buttoned down, and I love it because we fertilized and we put down some compost. The grass is going to be happy, the trees are going to be happy, and I love fertilizing this time of year because the rain really helps. It's like bringing it all in. And so I think that the farm is beautiful even when it's raining. There's something really charming about the rain and the clouds and the flowers getting droplets on them. So I just like coming out here and appreciating the beginning of the season and just kind of appreciating like these droplets coming off of these flowers. This is such a gorgeous color. It's like a paprika. So cool. There's a whole world in every flower, you know, and so they have a vibe. It's so pretty. Oh, look at how sweet these little yellow ones are with the pink centers. The rain is definitely coming down and it's just washing everything off, and I have it all cleaned up and clipped, so I feel so accomplished. I know that y'all who garden know what it's like, and I didn't get a chance to harvest everything I wanted to, but I'll just like let whatever we didn't harvest just and be part of these rains. I didn't even come close to harvesting all of our pomegranates, and it's okay because the most important things got covered. Life isn't perfect, and so I'm just going to have to deal with these pomegranates being wet when I harvest them and making sure that they don't get mold. on them, etc. So I'll just have to harvest them and squeeze them and share them with the chefs, etc. So I feel accomplished that I got a lot done. And so now I'm just going to enjoy the rain, and I'm going to take my afternoon nap, which is always a great reset. We want to thank you for watching us today, and we hope you enjoyed watching all the things we did to get ready for this storm that's brewing. And I'm so glad we did it, because I feel so accomplished, and so many times over the years I've learned the hard way and let the few rains come through, and then things start to mold, the flowers deteriorate and everything. So it was a really awesome, I feel very accomplished that we got this done, and it's just the early part of the day, and there's still a lot more to do indoors, but all the outdoor work is done, and now I feel confident that all the important things that we were going to cover got covered. So did you enjoy that?
I did. I feel very accomplished. Believe it or not, you can't tell by looking at me, but I was most of the muscle today. And so, yeah, I feel really good about it. Got my workout in, and just looking forward to a really beautiful fall.
So we hope that everyone is having a great day being creative or playing in your garden.
Thank you.